Okay, so what if the key to unlocking your team's true potential wasn't some new software or another one of those workshops, but a trip to the coast? We're about to dig into a really powerful and, yeah, maybe unconventional strategy that says a change of scenery is the ultimate productivity hack.
For any team leaders listening, does this sound a little too familiar? You've got a talented team, they're hardworking, but lately, something just feels off. The energy's a bit low, the big ideas aren't really flowing, and collaboration feels more like a chore than a creative spark. You know, the problem often isn't the team itself, it's the environment they're in. The modern workplace can trap us in this cycle of routine, deadlines, and back-to-back meetings. And while all that's necessary, that predictable rhythm can slowly but surely drain the life out of a team, leaving everyone feeling like they're just running on a hamster wheel. And that constant repetition, it does more than just bore us. It starves our brains of anything new to chew on. This leads directly to stress and fatigue. And we're not just talking about being tired. We're talking about a real creative burnout that becomes a huge barrier to performance and team morale. And this is where innovation just dies. When a team is running on fumes, creativity is always the first thing to go. Even worse, this high-pressure, low-inspiration environment can actually start to breed friction and conflict. So the big question is, how do you break that cycle?
Well, here's where things get really interesting. The solution we're looking at isn't about working harder. It's about getting away. We're talking about a short team escape, specifically to the coast. And this is so much more than a vacation. Think of it as a complete environmental reset button for your entire team.
This quote really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Notice it's not talking about trust falls or complicated workshops. It's all about the sensory experience, the fresh air, that wide open space. These simple environmental shifts can fundamentally change how colleagues see each other and their work.
So why the coast? What is it about the sea that's just so powerful for a team? Let's break down the psychological impact of trading the office for the ocean.
Just think about the huge contrast here for a second. The office is structured, it's formal, it's run by deadlines. But the coast, it's the complete opposite. It's relaxed, it's informal, it has a slower pace, and, literally, new horizons to look at. That fundamental shift is the foundation for real change.
This new environment brings some pretty amazing psychological benefits. For starters, it completely shatters those draining routines. The sound of the waves, that's a natural stress reducer right there. And when you're away from the office, conversations just flow more easily, building real trust. It all leads to this surge in creativity. I mean, a brainstorming session on a beach can unlock ideas a boardroom never could.
Okay, so we get the psychological why, but how does all this good feeling actually translate back into measurable results at work? Let's explore the real-world benefits the teams bring back with them from the coast.
And you can see a really clear path emerge. It all starts with simple, shared experiences, like just a walk on the beach, that builds stronger personal bonds. This boosts well-being, which in turn leads to freer communication, where even the quieter members of the team feel comfortable speaking up. And it all culminates in better problem solving, because the team learns to collaborate in a new, low-stakes way. Now this all sounds fantastic, right? But how do you actually pull it off? Let's get into the practical playbook for planning a successful and truly impactful coastal getaway.
First things first, where to go? It's all about matching the place to your team's goals. If you need some vibrant energy for a workshop, you might think about Brighton. If you want adventure to spark some fresh thinking, maybe head to Cornwall. Or for some quiet, strategic thinking, there's always the Norfolk coast.
And to really make it a success, there are 5 keys to remember. First, set clear goals. Is this for bonding or brainstorming? Second, you gotta balance the structured work with some free time. Third, choose activities that are inclusive for everyone. Fourth, keep the travel time manageable. And finally, and this one is crucial, building dedicated time for the team to reflect on what they've actually learned together. So let's talk about the return on this investment, because a trip like this isn't just a fun perk. It's a really strategic move that pays dividends in your team's long-term success and productivity.
The most immediate return you'll see is renewed energy. Teams come back to the office feeling refreshed, recharged, and genuinely motivated to tackle whatever's next. That post-vacation buzz gets channeled right into their work.
The second major benefit is just smoother collaboration. Those stronger personal bonds that were built by the sea, they directly translate into more efficient and empathetic teamwork back in the office. People who trust each other simply work better together. It's that simple.
And what's the biggest long-term gain? Better employee retention.
When people feel truly valued and invested in, they are far more likely to stick around. An experience like this sends a clear message: we care about you as people, not just as workers.
So, we'll leave you with this question. In a world where everyone's looking for the next competitive edge, maybe the most innovative thing you can do is just step away from the desk, breathe in some fresh sea air, and see what happens. What if your team's next big idea isn't in the office at all, but out there, just waiting by the sea?